Hi, listeners. It's Julie coming at you on Tuesday evening. Jenny and I recorded this episode yesterday, Monday, and as you will hear, everything that could go wrong during our recording did go wrong. And the result is that the audio is, as they say, a garbage. As I was sitting here trying to edit it into some sort of semblance of something decent that you might want to listen to in your ear holes, I was like, didn't I read something recently about Mercury doing a stupid Gatorade, reggaeton, whatever? And so I just did a quick Google. Turns out Mercury is about to be retrograde. I don't know if that's how you say it. Starting April 1st, which is very soon. And before that, we are currently in the pre-retrograde shadow period, which can also sort of wreak some havoc on people's technology and communications and all that sort of fun stuff. So think of this as a nice preview for the Mercury nonsense to come. So sorry for this audio, but hopefully we'll be back with something decent next time.
Hi everyone, I'm Julie.
And I'm Jenny with a G. We're cousins and best friends
who live on opposite ends of the country, so we decided to start a podcast. Welcome to Get Funny.
God, I think I gotta move to Mexico.
You think so?
I love it, girl. But to be fair, I only been to the resort, so
I was gonna say, of course, what's not to love about an all-inclusive resort?
Right.
Where you don't have to provide for yourself or clean after yourself.
I think that's what I want. I want to move to the all-inclusive resort. Is that a White Claw?
No. Drinking a White Claw. I mean, no shade. I could if I wanted to, but no, I'm drinking a Celsius energy drink.
Oh, okay.
A White Claw.
It's like, I guess it's 5:00 somewhere. It's not even here, but that's hilarious. But yeah, it was great. I love the resort. The only thing I would say, and I've told everybody this, is that it took a smooth 20 to 27 minutes to get from the pool to the room. So only make sure to take all your stuff, because that's a long time to walk. Even just as a regular, like, that's just a long time. 20 minutes, a whole 20 minutes to go just to your room is a lot. But it was fun, and I loved it. And the wedding was so beautiful. Weddings are the best. So save the date, because I want to celebrate my big old party there in 2 years. So just know it's going to be a resort party.
Okay. All right.
Save the date.
I will try to save the date. Life, things come up, etc.
Wow.
I mean, is your birthday on a weekend? Are we going during the week? Like, these are things that happen.
It is a weekend. The party would be on the Saturday, but you will arrive whenever you'd like.
Okay. Saturday. So you're going to do a party at the resort, or is it just like
No, like a party at the resort, like they did as the wedding.
Like an
remove the wedding part.
Wow.
And make it a birthday party part. Mm-hmm. A destination birthday party. And if you can't make it, that's not on me. That's what I want to do. And it's in 2 years. So I'm telling people now.
That's fair.
Every day I want a puppy. They're just so cute.
Oh, yeah. You texted me the other day saying you wanted a puppy. And why won't you get one?
It's the whole allergies thing, and I'm just
my God, again with the allergies, girl.
It's just when you have allergies, it is quite uncomfortable.
I do have allergies, just not to dogs, because I'm not a little bitch.
Wow. You see the type of behavior I have to deal with, America? It's wild. And international, because some people have been listening to us internationally. Thank you.
Wow, thanks.
Grassy. I don't know the words. It doesn't matter. I want a puppy, but I also think I want a couch before I want a puppy. So I'm trying to look for a new couch.
You want a couch? Why are those things mutually exclusive? Do you not currently have a couch?
I currently have a couch. Yeah. I currently have 2 couches. I have a cute one that I have in the guest room, and then I have a pink one in the living room. But it's, to me, it's just as much as I love miniature things. When it comes to a couch, I don't want a miniature couch. I want a couch that I feel miniature in, and I feel like this little cute. It's like a cutesy couch, and it's not giving comfort. And I want comfort, but you know what? Comfort couches don't come in fun colors, so I'm torn because I found a really nice couch. It's a Shea Lounge and a recliner. So if you're in the middle, it doesn't help you. But for the folks at the end, it would be great. And it only comes in cream.
Ooh, that is.
Imagine me with a cream couch. Forget it. You can't, because it would not be cream for too long.
I know that there are. I mean, this is like if you want to be big money baller, as I know you often are. There are custom couch companies where you can choose everything, the layout. It's kind of like a Build-A-Bear, but for a couch.
And what's this magical place called?
Girl, I don't know what the names are. There's a ton of them. I can find some, but I think they're. I mean, of course, very expensive. More expensive than if you just got a ready to order couch.
Right. And that's the problem, because couches are expensive. Anyways, that's where I am right now. So I'm thinking, before I get a dog, I should get a couch, so then the dog can match the aesthetic of the house,
That yeah. There's so much wrong with what you just said, but it's fine. Don't.
I'm just kidding. I want a King Charles Spangler.
Spaniel.
Spaniel.
Spangler.
Spangler.
I know that the kind of dog that you want changes based off of what the most recent dog is that you hung out with and enjoyed. I'm not gonna hold you to that. Also, those Cavaliers are sometimes assholes. I mean, all dogs are assholes sometimes, but yeah, they're very stubborn, I've heard. But you should just go. Whatever. I'm not gonna convince you to get a dog. It's fine.
You're right.
Yeah,
I know. We can keep talking about this forever. How have you been?
I'm good. I just got back last night from Oakland, a whirlwind trip to Oakland, where I was helping plan. Nice cup. Okay,
it's just a branding placement.
Trying to get that Bucky sponsorship. I can't say sponsorship, apparently. Sponsorship.
I love Bucky's, but keep going. How was
Oakland? Yeah.
Is there
Oakland
a Bucky's
was
there?
Good. No, there's not a Bucky's in Oakland. It was good. We were only there for by less than 48 hours, honestly.
Wow.
But ahead of that, I had been working with my friends' sisters to coordinate this baby shower, and I suddenly have acquired skills I didn't know I had just from watching some YouTube and TikToks.
That's incredible.
For instance, I could, if I wanted to, I don't know actually if that's true, but I could make a balloon arch. I could be a balloon arch person, because the people who quoted us for a balloon arch up in the Bay, granted it was last minute, but this was with a $500 discount. It was going to be $1,500.
That's wild.
For balloons for a baby shower, it's not even a wedding.
Which, by the way, balloons,
a scam.
Talk about a scam. What are we paying for?
A scam. And let me tell you, I felt very wasteful after the party. It was great. So I will say the hardest part of this balloon arch situation is that Amazon did not come through for us, because the most important part about making a balloon arch is having an electric balloon pump.
Oh yeah.
Tell me why that was the only package of all the things we had ordered from Amazon. That was the only one that got delayed and did not arrive in time. And thankfully, I at the last minute had put an order, and I saw someone had said that for the tiny balloons, the manual pumps are better.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me just throw in some manual ones just in case, or if someone else wants to help and I'm using blah, blah, blah. And I put in a 2-pack of the manual ones. That's what I had to use the blow up. because I did most of the
And
balloons the night before.
there is a certain kind of pain that comes with that also people don't talk about.
When I tell you, yeah, Richard, so the day of, we were able to get our friends to swing by Target and grab a balloon pump there. It was just that the night before we didn't start doing this till like 9:30 and everything was closed. So I literally had to manually blow up these balloons for about 4 hours. And so
Ooh.
the day of, Richard was able to help blow up some more with the pump. But even then, he was like, my hands hurt from just doing this. Like, what the hell? And, you know, I have, maybe you don't know this, but I, for the past several months / close to a year, have been struggling with sand eczema. And it goes through waves of being really bad and kind of okay. This weekend, when I get a little more stressed, it gets really bad. And so the stress, along with all the touching of the balloons and the latex and whatever, like my hands are like cracked and bleeding, and it is terrible. But I was able to make it. I people loved it. I had one girl stop me and be like, "You made the balloon arch?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I think you could like get people to pay you for those." I was like, "Oh, well, thanks. It's nice of you to say."
Later.
Right? I was like, "I do be needing a job." But then the part that I felt like really bad about, and it got me starting to question, like, really, what are we doing here with balloons? Is that at the end of the event, which was only like 4 hours, I had to pop them all and throw them away.
See, that's the part.
Right? Like,
that's
I
the part.
And imagine me, because it was at a restaurant, imagine me going inside this very fancy restaurant in Berkeley, and it's very windy, and I'm holding this like massive balloons, and I have a safety pin, and I'm just, thankfully, I was like trying to tell everyone around, I was like, I'm about to pop balloons, but because of the nature of how things were like tied and stuff, like chasing little bits of latex around the parking lot. And then we realized it was easier to pop them in a big giant bag and let them fall in there.
Yeah.
But then you just throw them away, and it made me, I was like, this is so sad.
That's it. Listen, when we did a party a couple of months ago, we got these huge balloons, which I've never seen before. I don't even remember how many inches. I think 46 inches or something crazy.
Oh,
they're so big, and they're so big, and they're so huge, and they're so expensive. And then that's it. Like, after the event, you have to pop them. Because you can't certainly let this balloon leave and just let it fly in the air because they're so massive. But you're just, I love balloons. But the temporary notion of them, not into it.
It's so, yeah. Maybe balloons are a metaphor for life, you know? Maybe. I don't.
Sure.
If you think about it, the real balloons were the friends we made along the way.
Okay. Well,
Jenny, the real balloons were inside us all along. No?
Okay, well, that was just called gas. I don't know. But either way, so it was overall good. And, okay, wonderful. Well, I want to see pictures, obviously.
I will.
So,
I'll send you pictures of my balloon arch.
So I can post them on Instagram, because today I was real good and active, and I posted on Instagram that we were going to talk about the movie we were going to talk about.
Oh, okay. Wow, look at you doing a social media. Go ahead, girl.
It was just a story. It was just I want to do better for us and just get a little bit more active, you know?
Yeah, get us some listeners. Listeners, people who've been rocking us for however long you have been, since day one or since yesterday. Still technically Women's History Month. So if you are not a misogynist, I think that you should send this podcast to a friend and say, yes. Hello, friend. Would you like to listen to two ladies talk about things? And the friend should say yes if they support women, if you're not friends with misogynists.
If they don't support women, they're misogynists.
That's correct. If they don't support us, they don't support women. And if they don't support women, they're misogynists.
It is what it is. All right. Well, on Synced on Screen this week, we watch a new film called Irish Wish with the one and only Lindsay Lohan. That's how you pronounce it.
Is it Lohan? I will continue
Lohan.
to call her Lindsay Lohan, and you can pry that pronunciation out of my cold millennial hands. I don't know.
Yes, Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, stop.
That's what she said in an interview. But most people's names are mispronounced. So
like Rihanna.
Yeah, and Denzel.
Okay, Denzel, that's fake. I'm so sorry. That is incorrect.
That's 100% it.
That's not how he says his name, though.
That's how he said it on an interview.
Yes, in the interview he said that's how it should have been pronounced, but that's not how he rolled with Denzel, and that's, he made his bed, he's got to lie in it. I'm so sorry, Denzel.
Most people Denzel is still
stop.
Anyways, so we saw Irish Wish, and Googs, tell us all about it, because I thought it was adorable.
Why do I always have to tell people about the movie?
Well, because when I do it, then you end up doing it. When I start, you end up going, I could do it.
Okay.
But then you end up doing it.
But the point is, I didn't know that I'm sorry. I didn't know that the understanding between us was that if you're talking, you're saying something, that I have to be completely quiet.
No, absolutely not. But there has been times where I'm describing it and then you start describing what I just
stop. You forget stuff. But if you want, you can go for it. You can say it, and I won't say a word.
Okay.
I will let you do it. No, I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you do it because I get tired of doing it.
I'm happy to read the Reddits, the Reddits.
I have asked you to do that, and you said you did not want to read, and
That's
also you're not that good at reading out loud.
You see how disrespectful you are today?
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I could read them.
I am feeling okay. I'll let you.
You don't send them to me, and I'll read it. I'll be happy to, but I don't get them.
I'm pretty sure I tried to do this before, and you didn't want to do it. But
it must have been a day that I was tired. But there's only been, I've never read them because you find them. But I'm happy to do the recap. Okay. Well, let's just
I'm gonna send you.
Delete this.
No, I'm not gonna delete it. And I'm gonna send you the Reddits.
Delete this and we'll start fresh.
Okay, fine.
Welcome to See on Screen. This week we watched Irish Wish. Well, we'll keep that other part. I like that intro.
I was. You don't have to tell me. Okay. Thank you.
Irish Wish, I will tell you this. I will describe the movie, but I'll also add that I watched this at our cousin's house with my parents. So, and then they got annoyed that it was too long. So I'll just tell you how it went. So I'm starting watching the movie. Cousins had already seen it. And so they were like, we really liked it. It was really like a Hallmark movie, kind of just chill and very like fluffy. And I was like, okay, I'm interested in doing that. And I had felt that I was like, didn't Lindsay Lohan do something like this before? And I was like, I'm sure she did an Irish movie before. And it wasn't that, y'all. She did Just My Luck. So I equated a wish and luck together, meaning the same thing. So she hadn't done it. Anyway, so the movie starts with Lindsay getting out of a car, and she is so clumsy. And my parents laughed really loud at this when her scarf got caught in the car. And she turned around. They thought that was the funniest thing. And so because they laughed, I laughed. Are you really not going to say
I don't know if I can talk. I don't know if I can talk.
You can't talk.
I don't know. I love that you watch this with your parents. Because the fact that they laughed at that tells me that there is someone for whom this style of comedy works. I was like, wait, why does she have to be why does she have to be clumsy? That doesn't really come up very much. Like it doesn't.
No, just in that first part.
She's clumsy, and also she I don't know if you noticed, but she just at random times will just put on glasses.
Yeah.
Listeners, folks who are not watching the video, which, by the way, you should be watching the video. We're on Spotify video and also on YouTube. I just put on my glasses in the way that Lindsay Lohan does.
Oh,
Lohan.
Yeah, Lohan. So she starts and then she sees her guy, which I thought they were dating right away. Turns out she is his publisher and editor for a book that he's writing. And he's just like, she's great. We're great. And I could see some kind of understanding, but then her friends are like, girl, is this about to be it? You need to tell him how you feel. And her mom, played by Jane Austen.
Seymour.
No, wait.
Jane Austen.
Jane Seymour. Did she play
Correct.
Jane Austen at some point? So Jane Seymour, which I thought was a great match for her mom. Is that just me?
No, I think
it was a good cast.
Jane Seymour's fun in anything. I think this is the third movie we watched that has Jane Seymour in it. Wedding Crashers.
Yes.
That movie that we Little Italy. She's in Little Italy. She plays the boss, remember? She plays the chef boss in London.
Yes.
Whatever.
Oh, Little Italy. Which, funnily enough, after one of the movies was over, Little Italy came up as an option, and then there was another one that was like Italy, like part 2. That was really cute too. I ended up watching it.
Of course,
it was cute. Of course, it was. I forgot what it was called, but it was my freebie. It was hilarious. But anyways, so Jane's mom, or Lindsay's mom, is like, you need to tell him how you feel. Her friends are also like, y'all been working together for what, a year or 4 years? They've been working together for a long time, and she still hasn't said anything. But in that moment, she's about to say something. He gets up and meets her friend. Sparks fly. And everybody, my mom said, "Oh, girl, don't let that girl steal your man." And I was like, Mom, too late. It happened.
It's too late. That's the premise of the movie.
And then my cousin was like, she didn't steal no man. She just didn't work fast enough to get him. And I was like, well, you're not wrong.
She's really not. She's really not.
She's not, because they've known each other for so long and there was no spark. In a first instance of meeting this other woman, the guy fell in love immediately. So they fast forward. I don't even know how long they fast forward, but in essence, they're getting married. Mm-hmm. The friend and her publisher, or her author.
The author,
and
yeah.
So they're going to get married in Ireland because that's where his family's from. And so they're going there. So she is flying. What's Lindsay's character's name?
Maddie or Madeline.
Madeline. So Madeline is going to Europe, to Ireland, to support her friend getting married to the love of her life. And everything goes awry. Because remember, she's clumsy and she wears glasses. So
only sometimes. Only sometimes she wears glasses.
Only sometimes. So when she gets to the airport, she's like, "There's my luggage." And she grabs the luggage while another man is like, "That's my luggage." So what happens? Another funny moment of them struggling to get the right luggage, and it pops open and all of his stuff comes out.
That's true.
Another reason why you shouldn't just get black luggage.
It's funny because in that moment, the dude is like, "This is mine. You can just look at the tag." And she goes, in a thing that no one would ever say, she goes, "I don't need to look at the tag. I know it's mine." I'm like, but the luggage in question is literally, as Jenny just said, just black luggage. How would you girl, you think nobody has the same luggage as you?
Right. You think it in the whole world, you're the only one that has a big black luggage.
I don't have to check the tag. I know it's mine. Okay.
I know it's
crazy.
Mine. So then when it pops open and it is obviously his clothes, she picks up some and she goes, "You see, this is my skirt." And it turns out to be his boxers.
Yes. They were plaid, because this bitch only wears plaid. I don't know if you noticed, but everything she wears is plaid.
I did notice. I will say, too, I did love almost everything she wore throughout the whole
She was really cute. It made me happy to see her in a movie. Like, I don't know. I was feeling very, like, because I didn't watch that movie she did maybe last Christmas or the Christmas before.
Oh, I thought we watched that one together.
I didn't watch that movie. Did I?
Christmas?
Falling for Christmas or Falling in Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Guess who she bumps into on the bus on the way to the wedding, but the guy she had just fought to get her luggage from. So she finds out he's a photographer. She's like, "Oh, that's cool." And there's a little bit of chemistry there. It's a little bit of something, you could say.
Yeah, there is. inexplicably annoyed with him for some reason, even though she tried to steal his luggage.
Right.
I'm like, madam.
It's very strange. And then she's promoting her book, and then she's mad that he doesn't like her author. It was giving weird.
It's giving weird.
So then Maddie ends up with her friends, and they're like, "Come with us, hang out." And she's super devastated that her man's is about to marry her bestie, and she's real upset. And then they try to invite her on a boat, and she turns out to be the fifth wheel, which I thought was real rude. But be in her solitude, she meets a witch, which I was really confused with, because like, how does she just like trust a witch?
Is she a witch? Or,
I
as
don't
the
know.
film tells us, is she a saint? Or the patron saint of like Irish shenanigans?
That's what it is. It's a shenanigan. So she
And
goes to
also
make a
which
wish.
wishes. I don't understand.
Yes, only one wish that has to be a shenanigan wish, but that she didn't believe in the wish. I don't get it. But anyways, Maddie wishes that she can marry her man's,
Paul
and then
Kennedy.
Paul Kennedy, and with a gust of wind, she wakes up in a new alternative reality where she is about to get married to Paul Kennedy. I'm trying to go as fast as possible. This is so hard.
Listener, Jenny and I are having a comical number of technical issues today, like more so than I don't even understand. But every time we try to record and get in a groove, something happens and it stops us. So right now we have found it's slightly working, so we're just trying to go fast, but also I understand that that doesn't make for a good podcast. So
That's it.
I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here.
It's fine. We'll just go through it. And then Maddie, actually is in need of a photographer because her wedding is getting all these hijinks. They don't have a photographer, but who does she find? The guy in the first reality, who so happens to be a photographer, whose sheep shearing gig was canceled. So now he's able to take pictures for their wedding. But since Maddie is not used to Paul being her man, she actually attacks him in the middle of the night, and he can't go with her the next day to look at properties and places to take pictures. So she falls for the photographer, and they're getting closer and closer and closer. But look what's happening. Paul is also falling for the friend again because he is destined to be with her in all realities. So they go through the whole thing, and pretty much Maddie and Paul, no, what's the photographer's name?
James.
Maddie and James get really close, and they end up actually falling for each other in this reality as well. And she calls off the wedding because nobody knows her better than the photographer she just met, and not the
Oh,
man that she's been working with for a year.
also, I guess I'll maybe have to insert this at the beginning, but we're apparently spoiling the whole movie, even though it
Oh
just came
yes.
out
Well,
2 weeks ago, last week.
I did put an Instagram post that said watch it before you listen to the podcast. So
Okay, all right, that's fair.
listeners should also be viewers, and they should know. But yes, not ruining it, but yes, ruining it. But
You
it was
just
a
ruined
really
it. What are you talking about?
it was a really good lesson to show that uh, destiny will always win, because she wasn't destined to be with Paul Kennedy. She was destined to be with James, who lives in another country than she does.
Yes, it was a classic. I mean, if you had to boil this movie down to kind of like pretty standard lesson, it's be careful what you wish for. But also, why did like there was no reason for her to like Paul. Like he gave nothing at all. But
Mm-hmm.
also he gave nothing to Emma, the person he actually has fallen for. And so I thought that was really weird. Basically, Paul sucks,
He
but
does. He
and
does.
James
He
is
doesn't want his own
fine.
stuff. James was
Yeah.
okay. I mean, he wasn't.
Did you feel like
He.
so? Okay, listener, as we've established already, we're apparently just spoiling this whole movie. When they're gonna go through with the wedding, and Maddie shows up in another version of the same plaid dress she's been wearing all show or all movie. And she sort of tells Paul, like, hey, we don't love each other. I think we can both agree. Like, you want to be with my friend Emma. I saw you guys. And he's like, don't worry, that's irrelevant. which I
Right.
thought was weird.
It
And
was
then
super
Paul
weird.
Paul is like, I know this is the photographer's fault. And then he tries to fight James. I felt like that fight scene and like that reaction of Paul's to like want to fight was from a different movie. Like it was like a different
Right.
version of the script because I was like, he has established that he doesn't want to marry her. He does like the friend.
Hmm.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would fight for Maddie.
Right. He didn't even fight for her when she fell on their bike ride, and he had
Yeah.
to literally take
He was
Emma
like,
on the
I've got
bike
to,
ride.
he's like, I gotta get my cardio in. That's literally what he says.
He
I'm
said
like, sorry,
it.
your fiance. So I will say that I heard a lot about this movie before I watched it. And by heard a lot, I mean, I saw some people talking about it on Twitter. But like, it was just a bunch of people saying, like, this movie is insane and I love it. And so
Are they
I started,
me? Because I felt the same way.
maybe, I started watching it on the plane yesterday and then I finished it this morning. And I was just like, I don't know, maybe just like the years of watching these movies has now altered my brain chemistry because I was like, this is cuter than I expected it to be.
It
Uh,
was cute. It
and
was cute though.
it might also be truly the fact that I have a soft spot for Lindsay Lohan. Lohan, see, I said it. Maybe it's
Oh,
that. I don't. Maybe she could just like do no wrong for me. Maybe I'm just happy to see her like, thriving. Like, yes, are there some ridiculous parts of this movie? Of course.
of
Do you have to
course.
suspend a lot of disbelief? Yes. No, at no point in time is anyone. Well, actually, no. So, one of my problems with a lot of movies is when the characters don't act in ways that a logical person or any sort of like that even that character in 20 minutes before would act like they just do stuff minute to minute without any sense of like continuity of character. I didn't feel that way with this movie. I felt like yes, the characters are acting crazy and doing ridiculous things and saying things that like the way that Maddie talks to her friends feels like she's a robot. Like it feels like they're all robots and like maybe they just met. And like
Mm-hmm.
why does Maddie tell her mom about her crush on Paul, but she doesn't tell either of her friends who she has apparently been lifelong friends with?
I thought she did at the beginning though, because
She didn't.
well, because I was watching with other people and they were talking. I thought she had told them like, "Oh my God, tonight's the night I'm gonna say something," and then that's why I was immediately like, "Where did this friend come from? Doesn't she know she has a crush on him?"
Right. No, she didn't.
Okay.
Because when she's on the phone with her mom, when she is in the bathroom and weirdly puts her glasses on, I don't, the glasses was so weird. She tells her mom, she's like, don't tell anyone because not even my friends know. And her mom's like, I don't think anyone in Des Moines really cares about your love life. I was like, this is
Right.
correct. Um,
But anti love life because you didn't even tell anybody. And also, you really are only basing it on the fact that you like what he looks like because he wasn't very kind to you. And you also wrote his whole book.
yeah, he took advantage of you and made you write his book for only an editor credit and not a co-writer credit.
Yeah.
That whole subplot was really weird. Speaking of subplots and also Jane Seymour, it
That
felt
was
like
weird.
yes, I don't think that, and I love Jane Seymour. I think why not have her in the movie? But at the same time, for this movie, it felt like first of all, she shot all of her scenes in one day and she never interacted with any of the cast. Like
I
this
was gonna
girl was
say
not anywhere near the actual set of this movie. Um,
she recorded it on Zoom.
she literally she's in her house with a green screen or like someone did a little set in her house and that's it. But like so her entire plot line of like she's a principal and also she's trying to make it to the wedding, but then she keeps getting various mishaps that delay her because of aforementioned Irish witch slash possible saint, patron saint of shenanigans. She doesn't get to make it to the wedding, but it was like literally so inconsequential. And you could have easily removed that entire aspect of the movie, and absolutely nothing would have changed.
Right. I agree because also if this is if the reality is that this is going to be your daughter's wedding, why wouldn't in this reality she had gotten there even earlier. Like, it's just
Right?
ridiculous. Like,
I
you're not
don't
gonna
know.
there is no principal in the United States who's gonna be like, oh, let me stay in bumfuck nowhere and not be at my daughter's wedding. Like,
It's
that's
Des Moines, Iowa. How dare you?
Des Moines, excuse me.
So things with like time travel and like alternate realities, like there's kind of like those rules that we as a society have established via media and other content. One of the rules is that you can't use, or you shouldn't use, knowledge that you gained unfairly to get a leg up in a relationship with someone. So for instance, Maddie has Maddie remembers everything from all of her timelines,
Right.
kind of. Except she doesn't remember proposing to Paul or being engaged. So forget about that.
Right.
But when she's in that alternate timeline, she remembers meeting James before, and she remembers that they were on the bus together. She remembers that he's a photographer. But then in the new timeline, he doesn't remember meeting her at all.
Yeah,
But
because
she's
technically they
using
didn't
that because
meet.
technically they didn't meet in that timeline, but she's using that. She uses that knowledge in like a way of sort of making it seem like they have more in common, especially in the third timeline where she reverses back to the original timeline somehow, I think. She then uses knowledge that she gained in the second timeline when he was going to just be her wedding photographer to
Yeah.
like it was so strange. I was like, you are not using your powers or your,
Your
knowledge for
witch,
good.
your evil good power.
I don't know. I just thought, I was like, girl, you can't do that. That's not fair.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was really silly, but also just really cute. I just thought it was a cute little something.
It was. It was. Like I said, I was surprised.
Also, I just got a package. Let me go. Let me go grab it real quick.
Don't, Jenny, don't.
Right, but you know where I live.
Do you? What do you mean I know where you live?
I have to grab packages. They can't be standing outside for that long.
People take your packages?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
Is
push
it from
payments.
in front of your door?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-uh.
From the neighborhood. They haven't done it for me because I just grab them real quick.
Jenny. Oh
I
my
know. Okay, you're right.
god. I mean,
It's
it's
okay.
fine. It's fine. Just
No, no, I'll stay.
what are you gonna do? Is it an expensive package?
Huh?
Can't you just what are you doing?
Nothing.
Uh, that's not believable at all. Why are you doing this? Why are you sitting like this? Why are you sitting so close to the camera?
Now I can't stand in front of the camera.
Move back the way you were before. But what happens? Don't you have a camera out there? Like, can't you watch people? Don't you have a motion sensor for people to steal your packages
Shh.
or not steal your
Sure.
packages?
They will. You will watch them steal your packages. That's what that.
But my point, my point
That's
is
all that it
when
does. It
okay,
doesn't do
okay,
anything else.
you get an alert when someone's outside, right?
Hmm.
Okay, and so you can pull up the video feed and see them stealing your package. Can you
Yes.
not talk to them and say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Sure, potentially you can do that, but as quick as they can go, it's not helpful.
Okay, fine. Counterpoint, follow up point. If you have it on video that you got a package stolen, can you not tell whoever the package is from, "Hello, my package was stolen. Please reimburse me
Potentially.
my money
Yeah.
or send me the product."
Yes.
Okay, so you see, we've got options. And like you said, you've never had a package stolen. Are you
Yeah, but
telling
I don't
me,
want it to be
are you,
today.
are you telling me that every time you get a package, you're home?
As much as I can be. Yeah.
No, because I know how much you're not home. So it's not
Yes.
possible. It's not possible that you're always home
If
when you get
you
a
if
package.
you plan your deliveries as well as I do.
How do you plan your deliveries? What kind of control do you have over the mail system? Okay, well,
Okay,
I,
let's go.
I don't.
It's fine.
What?
Either way.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just trying to close it. This movie is a little
Oh yeah.
crazy. because there's some silly stuff that happens. But if you like Lindsay Lohan, and you like pretty Irish scenery,
The
um,
scenery was beautiful.
the scenery was beautiful. The characters were kind of weird. Like his family was, I don't know what they were. I didn't understand his mom, but it was cute. And I think that what I would like, truthfully, is I would like a movie or a follow up, or maybe if even this movie was 20 minutes longer, to actually get to be with James and Maddie when they're like actually in love. Because the movie just kind of ends with like the promise of them getting together without
Yeah.
actually getting together, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty short considering it was only an hour and a half. But watching it with my
I
parents,
was
they
gonna
were
say your
like,
parents thought it was too long, which is crazy. Have they
but
watched the
just
movie recently?
because they just wanted to leave my cousin's house. That's what it
Oh,
was. They
I
were like,
see.
how long is left in there? Because they had already been there for some time. And I was like, well, if they're asking how long, that means it's time to go. So I was like, I was really iffy if I was going to watch the ending of it because my Netflix connection isn't strong.
It is time for you, Jenny, to tell us what was found on the internet.
Okay, what Googie sent me from the internet? Which one are you interested in? Am I the asshole for refusing to wear a bra when my roomie's BF stays over? So boyfriend, I think. Or husband went out for a Malux and came home 4 hours later. I don't know what a Malux is.
Malox.
What is that?
You don't know what Malox is? It's like Pepto Bismol.
Oh, never heard of that.
It was just a. Uh, I'm sure you've had it
Let's do.
before because.
Nope. All right. Well, let's do. Am I the asshole for refusing to wear a bra?
Okay, I do want to hear the Malox one, but we can do the bra one first if you want.
Okay, let's do that. Am I the asshole for refusing to wear a bra when my roomie's boyfriend stays over? I don't wear a bra at home. I go to college, then library, then work, then gym. I am out at 7 a.m. and back at 10 p.m. Usually, I take a quick shower when I get home, then make a snack and just relax for an hour before bed. All right, relax. On weekends, I barely leave the apartment besides the occasional outing with friends or colleagues. My roommate and I are very close, but now she has been biting my head off about me not wearing a bra at home. I was confused. Then she explained that it was about her boyfriend. I laughed in her face and told her to put a bra on his eyes instead. Ooh, burn. She got very upset, but I told her that I wasn't interested in her boyfriend. Not in the slightest. She got offended and said that he wasn't interested in me either, so I said, then why are we arguing? It is only an issue if we were interested in each other. Tell him next time he sees me braless, he can pretend that I am a wall. According to her, it wasn't about interest, but being invasive, and he felt uncomfortable. Would you think it was fine if he showed his D? I called her stupid because I was in my home. I wouldn't go braless in his home, and if he choose to go naked in his home, the only right I have to get the H out of there. She called me the a-hole. Am I?
What? These people are children, I think. But like I just personally I don't think that someone else can tell you what to do in your own home. That's where I am at. Like I feel like if your can't handle seeing the potential shape of a boob under a shirt, then go hang out at his house.
Right.
Like, what's the
Answer
problem here?
done.
What's the problem here? That's so
Also,
stupid.
are you all hanging out? Because she sounds like a pretty lonesome person
She
chilling in her
does.
room. She's just gonna get a snack, and he gets all bothered because she's getting a snack braless.
Right. Like what's going on? It's giving Mormon. It's giving
Right.
Mike Pence, honestly. Can't be alone
Get
in the
out my
room with a
house.
woman.
And I like that bird. Put a bra in his eyes instead, bitch. Don't put a bra on me. This is my house. That's right,
It's
girl.
my
Not the
house.
asshole.
Also, the roommates like counter of like, well, you wouldn't like it if he was showing his dick. First of all, that's not the same thing at all.
Right.
What in what make it comparable, it would be like if she was at the dude's house and the dude was wearing pants without underwear and you could see his dick print. I would think that this person writing in would not have the right to say anything to him because he's in his own house and he's wearing pants. So calm
That's
down.
wild. First of all, if y'all want to have so much stuff, then don't inconvenience other people because you want privacy. Stay in your room.
Because you're a fucking weirdo who can't see the suggestion. Look, I'm gleaning a lot. I'm jumping to a lot of conclusions based off of this person, but I feel like this guy and the roommate are the type of people who would get offended by a woman breastfeeding in public. And to you, I say, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like, why are you
Right.
this way?
Absolutely.
Not the
All
asshole.
right. Not the asshole. Confirmed. Jury decided.
Decided. Gavel.
Caso cerrado. All right. Our
Wait,
second
hold on.
one.
Time out. I did say I wanted to hear that. We also don't have to do it because we have been recording for a long time and it is late.
Okay.
Let's just wrap it. We'll save
Let's
that
just
for
wrap.
later. Yeah, we'll save that for
Okay,
later.
good.
And you know,
Perfect.
we're still recording, so hopefully we can make it through to the end of this show.
Right. Because it's been the longest recording, but also we have
somehow the
30
shortest
minutes of
episode.
content.
I know, like I don't actually know. Editing this is gonna be fun.
God.
But okay.
Okay. All right. What are you looking forward to, or what brought you joy in the last since our last recording?
We did the things, saw my friends. That was great. I don't have to talk about that because I talked about that at the top of the show, and also I talked about it last episode. What am I looking forward to this week? In just a few days, Ms. Beyonce Knowles Carter is putting out a country album, Cowboy Carter. Let's fucking go! I'm so excited. I am so excited. I cannot wait. Don't fucking talk to me this weekend. I'm not talking to you specifically, but like anyone just in general.
Yeah.
Like I don't want anyone.
I didn't put myself in Gen Pop.
Okay. I was just making sure you knew. Obviously, you know. Yeah. So, yes, I'm so excited.
Yes.
Anyway.
My favorite part about her caption was, "This is not a country album. It's a Beyonce album."
It's a Beyonce album. Go ahead, girl. People need to stop being weird about her, but no one is ever going to be weird about anybody, or stop being weird about anybody. Oh, actually, I will say a PSA. I think it's crazy. Okay. Real quick. I have a TikTok account. I don't post on TikTok.
Oh yes.
I'm not a poster. I am a consumer. There is only one video I've ever posted on TikTok, and it was last year around this time, maybe like just over a year ago, when she released tickets for Renaissance, and I could not get into like any fucking group. I was on all these waiting lists. I posted a TikTok, my first and only, and it was about how I didn't think I should be behind people who were not actually Beyonce fans.
Right.
I said, if Renaissance is the first Beyonce album you have enjoyed, out of the Ticketmaster queue. And similarly, for this round, I say to people who did not know that Beyonce's mom's maiden name was Beyince, which is where she got Beyonce. If you didn't know that and you saw Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album cover, or one of the covers, she got 11 covers.
Yeah, she has about.
If you saw her name spelled that way on her sash, why did they spell Beyonce wrong? You do not get to be in line for the tour tickets until every member of the Hive has gotten their tickets. I'm so sorry. Get out.
Co-sign.
So, maybe I will make a second TikTok, and it will also be about Beyonce. But I'm excited for the album. How about you? What brought you joy, or what are you looking forward to?
What brought me joy? Well, yeah, Mexico definitely, and I'm looking forward to.
I get it. You like Mexico, Jesus.
I love it. I also, it brings me joy to, just hang out with the fam and go shopping. That really does bring me joy. What I'm looking forward to, getting my nails done. Y'all, it's been 2 days. It's been 24 hours that I took my nails off, and I'm just like, I can't wait for them to come back. Because who is this?
She got them baby nubs.
They're nubs. It's so weird. It's so weird to not just feel fierce. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my nails done. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow. But yeah, that's it.
Oh my gosh, exciting. We made it. We made it to the end. We
did
somehow
it.
recorded some things, and it's gonna be an episode.
It's gonna be an episode. Thank you so much for all the editing that you're gonna do on this, and hopefully.
Wow. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that reminder at all. So thank you.
You're just gonna do a great job. But love
I
you
have
so
a lot
much.
of work to do.
Don't do it.
Oh, thank you. I'll just tell people who are waiting for things from me.
Also, your hair looks great like this.
Doesn't it look?
It's giving length.
Isn't it crazy? But it still feels short. But then it's really long because it's layered, and I don't like that. I just. Why is it so long?
It just looks even longer than the last time you straightened it. Like,
I mean, that's the thing about hair is that it does grow.
It's wild.
It does grow. But yeah, I did a blowout before this baby shower because it's just easier. But it was really weird. I didn't have a chance to actually like curl it the way I wanted to. So it's I don't know. I really want to do a Beyonce. Speaking of Beyonce, you know her Super Bowl look where she had that big voluminous part with the. It was like such volume. This past Super Bowl, she wasn't performing. She was just. I want my hair to do that. I want my hair to do that. But I think in order to do that, I have to put like
extensions.
Yes. Like maybe I'll be in my extensions era soon. Cause
maybe.
Why not? Like so many people use extensions.
Exactly. Why not? Do it. I'm here for it.
Length, just for volume, just for like, something. So
I'm really wanting to dye my hair, so it might happen sooner than later.
Ooh, fun.
Because I've been, in my natural era for a long time now.
Your hair is so long.
It's so long.
Yes.
And, the gray be popping out like, I'm like, okay.
Ooh, I don't want to talk about it. That's the thing. When I straighten my hair, you can see my grays a lot more. And I'm like, where'd you come from?
Where'd you come from? It's scary.
Easier to hide. When it's curly, you can just kind of like, whoop,
right.
So when it's straight, I'm like, oh no. It's getting
I often think of our grandmother when we were growing up, because she never showed a gray until she was well in her 90 or 80.
But then she would randomly let it be gray, and then she would just pop up and dye it black. I'm like, now where's
right. I'm like, not you having a whole new look. That's what I need to do. I need to do it. All right, I love you so much.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Get Funny.
We hope you laughed.
But if you didn't,
we did.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye. We killed it.
Crushed it.